Okay, we're gonna paint the horse and practice the lifting up technique. And the lifting for watercolors is very easy. So first, I'm gonna mix a very dark color with the Windsor blue, or you can use Prussian blue, and I'm gonna get some yellow color. Make sure it has dark enough colors in the background. So I'm gonna get a little red color here too. Okay, what I want to do now here, just have the color for the background. I'm gonna get a little bit yellow color for the ground over here. That. I'm gonna get a little bit darker color and maybe have a little blue over here and get a little bit yellow. Make sure it has dark enough. And the front over here, I'm gonna have a little bit more yellow, like that. A little bit dry brush, that's fine, like that. And I decided to make it even darker. I'm using a little brown color to help make it darker. So I'm not using too much yellow color. Yellow color would make the color look a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna get this a little bit more. I'm gonna, at the bottom over here, I'm gonna have a little bit darker. Just showing a little turning over like this. And I know it's just wet, so it will look very soft. So also on this area, I'm gonna add a little bit yellow mix into a little bit lighter green color, like this. Okay, this is good. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna let it dry. After it dry, we're gonna come back to do a lifting up process. Okay, now the paper is about 80% dry. Now what I want to do, I'm gonna use this 1-inch flat brush. I'm gonna make sure I clean it. Now what I want, I'm looking for the shape for the horse. I'm gonna lift the colors in the middle over here first. So I see the shape can be in here. Some people always say watercolor, if you put the color in, it's done. And you cannot do much about it. And in fact, this demonstration is going to show you it's not. You can do a lot of changes if you have the correct paper, the right paint, and the right brush. So I see that the shape in here, and gradually I form the shape that is the belly of the horse. And I'll take a look at the front foot coming over here and right behind like this, and the other one is about here, and then the back and coming in this direction like this. That's good, right over there. And then the other leg behind like this, and then I can come into find this leg right at the front over here. Now the tail and over here like this coming in. So take a look at the proportions correctly, and I think the back over here. Now this is a little bit higher. Basically right now I'm using the water to draw it so I can find the location and the shape of the horse. Yeah, like that, coming to the front over here, right over here should be the end is end here. Okay, this coming down, I think this can be, it's in the right place. That's good. Now we're gonna do a lifting. Now what I want to do, now first I'm gonna wet this area and then I remove all the water and then start lifting up the color. Let's see. You see that how clean you may be able to lift up the white. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here. The paper I'm using is the cold press watercolor paper. Here you go. And the paints I use is Winsor Newton, the 3 primary color. Okay. Doing it in this process that will allow you to have a more connected background. Okay, like this. So let's do a little bit faster this way. Now looking for the horse right over here. This brush is really good and very economic. If you are in the States, you should get this from Blick, about $2 to $3. I have the link on my material page of Enjoying Art. I will have it in the video description. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at over here, looking for the shape. All you look for is the shape. Now the horse over here, the tail, the hair, I'm gonna like that. This brush is very soft, so you're not scratching the surface of the paper, and the paper remain to be very good. Okay, coming over here, looking for the shape. I'm squinting my eyes, so you won't see in the video, but trust me, my eyes very small when I squint. So I only focus on the area that I want to look for. Keep thinking about the shapes. Now on this leg, the front over here, now I'm gonna just loosen the color on the paper first before I lift it up. And then I just dry the brush with my 2 fingers and then just come here to lift it up. Okay, now come to the front over here and just a little shape like this. I'm gonna have that coming up. Looking for the shape. Okay. Now, and this almost only this a little bit small light shape in the light, and the other is okay. That. Yes, we're almost getting this whole shape of the horse, and a little bit lift it up. So when you're doing a watercolor painting, you can consider this process if the background you want to be more consistent together. Okay, look at that. Okay, now dry the brush, lift it up. So I want the whole shape of the horse return to white. Like this. If you are a little bit afraid of the shapes, the shape of the horse, and you want to use graphite pencil to draw it first, and always a good idea, do whatever it takes to get the shape correctly. For me, I trust myself that I can get the shape back without much trouble. It's just looking at the shape. How big is the shape? I draw it with my brush. Okay, now it's almost getting the whole thing back. Like this. Okay. take a look at the top over here. I think the back over here can move a little bit more. Okay, let's see. Like that. Okay. And the bottom over here. Move a little bit. And over here too. I think it's good. Now let's wait until it dries, and then come back to start putting some details back into the horse. Now, I want to divide the shape into two sides. One is the light side, one is the shadow side. I'm going to start from the tummy. So that has the biggest shapes. And I'm going to take this color, take a look. Take this color, have a little green because the environment is very green. Also have a little blue, take a little blue over here. This looks like a little bit more green. This is probably the good color. Let's take a look. And locate this is the back of the front leg. Right, like this. I'm gonna put this color, maybe a little bit more blue, like that. Here you go. I get that. And over here, I'm just get it a little bit softly, just the water, a clean brush, let it blend a little bit, and like this. Right. So now is picking up the shapes. What is shapes? This paper is pretty good, so you can do lots of back and forth changes. Now I'm gonna say the tummy over here, and on over here in the whole leg, it actually in a little bit in the shadow side. I'm gonna come in like this, back a little bit, but maybe a little bit more of the red in the color here. Okay, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to come into the back over here, and I'm gonna get a little bit this kind of purplish color, and take a look. What's the dark, what's light? After you return the color, it's almost like you start building up the shapes. Okay, like this. It's a good exercise for you to explore the possibility of watercolor, what technique you can use. Okay, come here. And a little bit, and a little shadow over here, and on here, a little bit shadow, like this, and that's good. And I'm going to make the catch the shadow over here, so it will deduct some of the shape. So make this leg a little bit smaller. So no worry about that. And I'm going to make a little brown color. So this is look like a brown color. Got a little yellow color in here. That's the brown color. I'm going to put it right here. That, and I can use almost the same color for the tail here. Like this. And on the top over here also give a little bit soft color. I'm not quite sure, should I return it back to it has two colors on the body or just keep it white? So we're gonna see if we can keep it white and it still look good. And over here, now I'm gonna come to this shape. Keep looking for shapes like this coming through. There's the bottom of the neck, below the neck. Now I can see actually. When you think about to draw or paint anything, the important thing is to see the shapes, because you cannot actually replicate the objects, right? So all you can do for artwork is to create a shape. Now I'm going to see the head, the eye over here, okay, and then coming through over here, and then see the face, the shape on the face. and then coming down here, and a little bit shadow on this side, and the bottom has a little bit darker, and there's the nostril like that, and the eye over here, and I have a little here, and look at the shape of the ears right over here, and I'm gonna have a little bit red in this shape, make it a little bit darker like this, and also a little suggestions for the other ear. Here you go. Now I'm gonna have just the water to make this a little bit lighter, so showing the hair over here like that. Okay, make a little bit soft transition like that. Now I'm gonna come to the lip over here. I can see there's probably a little bit more green. Okay, here we go, like this. Like that. Here you go. And over here, and then have a little bit light brown color at the bottom over here. Here you go. Okay, like that. Now the horse almost there. It's have enough suggestions probably. So after this drive, I'm gonna start touching up on the catch the shadow on the ground, and then maybe add a little bit details back to the background, and this painting could be just finished. So we can practice with the technique of the lifting off, and it's a very brave process. Okay, now over here I'm gonna make this a little bit darker because this is in the shadow. Okay, some paper may not let you to do this process, so if you want, use the link in the video description and try this paper. It may help you. Okay, the mouth right over here. This is almost dry. I'll do that later. Yes, after this totally dry. And the front, I think this is good, and I'm gonna let it dry first and then come back to do some final touch. And in this area at this time, I can suggest a little bit. There's like the belly, the body after blocking the leg after behind here, so that's good. I'm gonna keep a little bit darker here. Some suggestions. It's good. Lifting off a little bit over here. That's good. Now I'm gonna go for the eye. Take a look. Take a look at the eye area. That, and inside the ear over here, have a little bit shadow. Okay, like this. And let's see. And is that some shadow? I can see a little shadow like that on the neck. Okay, and underneath the eye, we can see there is a shape. There's the catched shadow like that. Okay, observation. And the observation skill is very important. Okay, that's good. Use this brush again, and I'm gonna have some yellow color mixed in here. And the process of drying it some color is get lighter. So I'm gonna put it over here too, coming through, and take a look again. And take a look at the bottom over here. It's good. And take a look at the shape of the leg. It's still dry. So a little bit over here, and a little bit yellow. Okay, take a look over here. So come in a little bit. And I probably use the round brush instead of the flat brush underneath the horse in the background. So now take a look. I want to get a little bit red in here, make the color look a little bit darker. Now ready, right over here. I want to make a little bit sharper separation. Look at the shape. Look at the shape. Now we are looking for the shape around it, so we can make the leg in a better structure. Okay, like this. And that's good. I'm gonna use the side way to move the brush so I can have some texture. Take a look over here. Okay, coming down like this. It's good. Now I'm gonna use a little water. Now spread the color a little bit. Now also on this side, using a similar color like this. Now we can refine the shape a little bit better. And actually, right over here, we can also add a little bit darker. That's fine. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to add a little bit lighter color next to it, right over here. That's good. Right over here. Okay. I don't want that looks like so much too clean. So, keep going. Come back over here, see the shape. Now, I come in a little bit and come in a little bit like this. And also have a little gap between these two rear leg. Okay, like that. Okay, that's good. And now lost it already, so I'm gonna have that back over here like that. That's fine. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna come to the back over here and then coming like this and look at the back. I'll probably have something even darker over here, so I shape the tail a little bit better like that. Okay. Okay, and the front looks fine. So I'm gonna come back to the bigger brush, and here you go. I'm gonna make it a little softer, so make it connected like that. That's good. And have a little bit brownish color over here. I'm gonna have a little bit divide the form, so turning over like this. And here you go. That's good. Now I'm gonna come to the front over here, and what I want to do, I'm gonna add a little bit catch the shadow. Right? You see the horse in the outside in the sun, it should have some catch the shadow, right? So now I'm gonna coming over here. Here you go. Too much red. It's just good. Now take a look. And this, just tap on it so you can see that it's a little bit uneven. It's on the grass like this. Take a look at that. Form the shape a little bit, and behind this also a little bit catch the shadow. Yeah, here you go, like this, and a little bit over here, and take a look, form the shape over here better. Now it's good, like this. Now this is the catched shadow of the horse. Now the front over here may also need give a little bit softer, so the edge is not always the same. So I'm gonna get a little bit yellow color Now I want to have a little bit of suggestions of the grass. Put a few lines like this. Doesn't have to be a lot of the line, just a few lines. That's good. Like that. Right. And a couple over here. Like that. Okay. That's nice. Okay. Now the front over here, I'm gonna just use the yellow color. Give a little suggestion, a little bit color change because it's right at the front. It's the foreground. Like that. Just suggest a little bit coming over like this. Okay. Screen your eye so you can see how they connect it. Maybe this blur a little bit like that. And I even have this color coming to the white area like that. Okay. Now you can see the lifting off return the color almost back to white. You're not necessary to use the same technique and same process for every painting, but you keep that in mind. This is one of the options. And now this painting is finished.